78 strikes, all localized to the abdominal and spinal regions. Tissue damage, barely reaching the first level of Silkster's truth-bearing pain threshold. You're running out of time. Knuckle bones to break for the next 15 days and just enough air in your lungs to make it to yard 6 before you pass out from Selsker intoxication. I mean, do you morons even know who I am? Do you know who my boss is, or even my employers? No. That's not a brag. That's a genuine question. What is my name? Why have they told you nothing about me, and yet they demand that I am beaten to within an inch of my life? And yet each of you is rapidly starting to tire in your desperate attempts to make me beg for mercy. I will say this. I know your bosses better than you do. And I only know the organizations they think they control. The assholes you work for have no intention of letting me out of here alive. No intention of letting me live past tomorrow. Trust me. I used to grow up around streets exactly like the ones I've seen here. Have you been outside recently? Have you met the crooks? I bet they have their own version of the Hardy Waterfall. What do they do? What do they do to people they don't like? 78 slashes. Worm skull. Maybe they have a torture method that does all 3 at once. No? Well, that's a shame. Hardy Waterfall was one of the first things I was taught as a child. We would cover the beggar in a million cuts at key pain receptors all over the body, even forcing a small eel with nails through its tail down the poor sucker's throat to get to the hard-to-reach areas, you know? We then insert a large drill down their throat, forcing the head up directly by sending electrodes through. You look a little sick. Well, long story short, the end result was a human-shaped cup of blood with a heart floating around, still beating. Still beating and floating around at the top. My father killed the man who taught me that move. And not because he kept doing it to children and pregnant women, but because he didn't like the guy's laugh. Only smile I ever gave in my father's presence was when he left that guy in the same position that he left all those other kids. Now, I don't think I have to explain that your bosses just aren't gonna get anything out of me. But I'm gonna get everything out of you. And I won't need to use a blade to give you a hearty waterfall, will I? Now, you're gonna put these on. You're gonna give me your gun. I'm gonna slam these stakes through your forearms and into the wall. And one of you is about to tell me the location of the blueprints for your boss's stolen technology. Any volunteers?